Heating oil, what? 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there with the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And welcome to Phil's Gang, Coast to Coast Running Country, and the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Also on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, and YouTube podcasts. Okay, so we have a rally today. But I wouldn't get too excited about it. We need to see a follow-through, and you're not going to see a follow-through. Why? Because the dollar is still dropping, and yields are dropping. That means inflation. Inflation's coming back. Re-acceleration of inflation is the biggest risk for the stock market. And that's why on July 12th, on the CPI report, why Powell and the fake Business News Network lied to us, saying that, inflation's cooling. That's why prices are coming down, rather than admitting, oh no, we're in a bad situation. We have deflation. Prices are coming down because productivity is terrible. It means there's no demand. And guess what today? We find out we had the biggest drop in production since December 2022. See, that lines up with deflation. See, when prices are going down because there's no productivity or productivity is weak, and why is productivity weak? Because you have consumers that are tapped out. But here's the real danger. They can't consume. They're tapped out. Credit card savings going, they're tapped out. But the real danger is the consumers who still can consume, but they don't. Why don't they consume? Because when prices are coming down, it's just human nature to say, you know what? Before I buy that TV, look how much the price come down already. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. That really screws up the economy. But here's another reason why the fake narrative the other day, oh, things are fine. Look at this. Prices are coming down because inflation's cooling. Isn't this wonderful? Well, they're scared to death, as I said, of reigniting inflation, which is happening. It's been happening since July 5th. Matter of fact, from July 5th all the way down to July 12th, as they were telling us, inflation is cooling, inflation was accelerating. Think about that. They could get away with that because they know most people don't track that. So while we had a situation where inflation was accelerating from July 5th to the meeting in July 12th, yeah, inflation was going up, oil up, everything up, corn, everything, inflation straight up. But they're saying to us, oh, inflation's down. I mean, you just can't trust them. Oh, talking about trust. Did you hear this today? Listen to this. This is Pisani giving his overview of the stock market yesterday. Listen to this. Talk about making stuff up. This is unbelievable.
Travel and leisure titans like Marriott, Alaska Air, and American Airlines all rode those soft landing scenarios to new highs today.
That was not true. It was not true. We're in those stocks. If you go look at American Airlines, that he said had new highs yesterday. No, it didn't. Not only did it have a new all-time high, it didn't even have a new yearly high. What's he talking about? If you can see it on your chart, put up AAL. I have it on my chart if you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, YouTube. How could he say that? Now let's take a look at Alaskan Airlines. We own that one too. An Alaskan Airline. Look what he said about yesterday. Making a new high. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Not only wasn't it make a new yearly high, this thing, if it was making a new yearly high, it had to take out around $57, $57.50. Yesterday, it was around where it is today, around $53. But they just make this stuff up. Unbelievable. They know no one's going to check. Or did he make a mistake? Well, maybe he did. I don't know. But that was pretty stupid to lie. But going back to lying or misinformation is, again, we're being told every day that things are getting better. Oh, this is funny, too. Listen to this. Bernstein is probably, Jared Bernstein, he is known to be one of the biggest fraudsters, liars. Okay, and he'll work for anybody. He'll go work for the White House, and he'll come out and say anything. Listen to this.
Jared Bernstein's going to be on, right? He's going to come on. Right. He's going to say, we had nothing to do with inflation being ignited in the first place, but we have everything to do with inflation coming down because we passed the inflation. So that we know that. I was going to say to him, Jared, instead of no one really believes that, so it doesn't help your case.
This guy Bernstein, he'll work for the Republicans, he'll work for the Democrats, he'll work for anybody in the White House. He'll say anything that they want him to say. He doesn't care. Listen to this.
The factors that led to inflation's liftoff were the combination of strong demand intersecting with constrained supply.
This guy's unbelievable. Now he says,
it's not that I think these numbers are strong, it's that they are strong. So 13 million jobs, that's a record since...
That's another lie. Everybody knows it wasn't 13 million jobs. 10 of those 13 million jobs were already back to work before he was sworn in. But he's taking credit for them. So in other words, there was 10 million of the 13 million jobs that economy shut down, they couldn't stay at work, they were forced to go home. And then when they opened up the economy, they came back again. Well, they came back to work before he was sworn in in January. But he's going to take credit for it anyways. And this guy has no problem. He'll tell Biden, look, you lie, I'll go out there and I'll swear to it. But when you go to take a look at what's going on now, remember what I'm telling you. When you have an economy, and this is why they won't admit we're in deflation, because the problem being in deflation, you can't stimulate the economy. You know, QE, stock buybacks, you can't do that. Now, you can do it in an economy like 2008, 2009. You can do it in an economy that prices are going down, okay, because let's say the economy is vibrant, okay, and prices are dropping. It's okay if you want to put some stimulus in, but you can never stimulate an economy that is in the middle of deflation. Deflation is a terrible thing. It's a horrible thing. So they're stuck. They can't bring interest rate. Remember, we put in from 2008, 2009, we put in $2.1 trillion to stimulate the stock market, the S&P up 545% from 2008 to November 2022. That same stimulus drove the NASDAQ up from 2008 to November 2022, 1,200%. If you have taken all that liquidity out, all that stimulus out, we wouldn't be anywhere right now. It's a big bubble. It's a huge bubble. That's what they do. They create bubbles. But you can't recreate that bubble again when you have deflation. That's why they're not going to admit to it. When at the same time, who has deflation? I'll tell you when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, okay, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Go to philsgang.com to my website. Click where it says Get Started. You get a membership for 10 days free. And during that 10 days, you're going to learn a lot. And one thing you're going to learn is how to sell short. You got to learn how to sell short. And you're going to learn how the market works. You're going to learn how to read yields. I don't know, anybody can buy a stock without understanding if yields are going up or yields are going down. Because stocks relate to yields. Tech stocks. If yields are going down, your tech stocks are going to go up. Your banks are going to go down. But if you've got yields going up, your banks are going to rally, and your tech stocks are going to go down. So that's the importance of knowing how your yields relate to the stock you're going to invest in. Long term, short term, it doesn't matter. But we have a real problem right now. The lying that's going on is incredible. So we are in a massive bubble. Remember, dot-com bubble, housing bubble, we're in a QE bubble. Those are created. They put $2.2 trillion in liquidity to create the QE bubble we're in now. And every bubble pops. This bubble is close to popping. The valuations are insane. But the difference with this is we've been keeping interest rates too low for too long. The bubble expanded so much that the belief is it'll never come down again. In fact, you have people who used to go to Coca-Cola when they got scared, or they would go to Johnson & Johnson, or they would go to, I don't know, Pepsi, Clorox. They don't go there anymore. You know where they're going? To stocks we've been in since January. They're going to stocks like Microsoft, They're going to stocks like NVIDIA. Do you know, we bought NVIDIA and Meta back when nobody wanted those stocks. Because remember, we had that big tech crash. We had that big tech crash going on. And as I always teach our members, you got to buy stocks. You got to buy stocks when they base out after the crash. That's your highest probability of not losing money. Because when they base out, here, give me an example. Take our Meta. Meta had a hell of a crash. Meta started to crash around January 19, 2022. And it dropped from about $327 down to about $88. Now that's a 73% drop. Now, when you have a stock that drops 73%, I'll give you an example, oil. Anytime oil drops more than 35%, the shorts will come in and cover. They'll buy their stocks back. They have to. When you short a stock, you have to buy it back. That's what makes a short covering rally. We call it the 50% rule, meaning the stock will go up at least 50%. Now, take Meta. If you take Meta from where it started to fall around 335 down to its low, let's say around 93, and then you take the difference, you know it's going to go up at least 50%. So you just draw a line. That's called the 50% rule. How do you know the stock's going to go up 50%? Because remember, if you sold short, you have to buy the stock. Because remember, let's say you own Meta at I don't know, 301, $300, we'll say. I believe it's going to go down to around $90. You laugh at me. And I say, okay, then let me borrow your stock. So you loan me the stock. Now, if the price goes down, I have the right to buy it as it's fall. I can buy it for, if it starts out at say $300 and then it dropped down to say $222, I could go in and buy it there. Or if I let it keep going, it's down to $168, I can buy it there. But I have to buy it somewhere because I borrowed it from you at $300. So as it's going down, I'm making money and you're losing money. But I have to buy it. You got to buy it or I don't get my money. So you figure out, okay, 50% of the stock would be what? Well, if it dropped from, just give you an example, if it dropped from $300 on Meta down to, let's say, $90, then halfway would be up about what? Be up about $195. So I know the rule of thumb is that when everybody covers that stock like me, it's going to go up 50%. So it's going to go from its low of $92 to $195. So that's 50% from the top to the bottom. But it's almost a guarantee. It is a guarantee. Because remember, when I borrowed the stock from you at $300, I have a deal with you. I can buy it at any time. So you own it at $300. Now I'm going to buy it from you at $90. You got to pay me the difference. When I buy it, you're screwed. You got to pay me the difference, and vice versa. If I bought it from $300 and it went up to $400, I got to pay him the difference. But my point is, the 50% rule is a wonderful thing because everybody covers, and the stock keeps going up and up and up. And when you get to about halfway, it stops because what happens is when a stock drops from 300 to 90, now I'm going to buy the stock. Everybody else behind me is doing the same thing as that. They're all buying the stock. We're all buying it, and the stock's rallying big time. And it's going up again. It goes up about 50% because what you have is not only do you have those who are covering their short position, but you got the tourists coming in. People have no idea what they're doing. All they know is they see the stock going up. And they usually get in not at 90. They usually get in halfway up at 50. They always buy it wrong. They always buy it right because they hesitate. So there's going to be a great amount of opportunities after this market crashes. And during this crash, we'll talk more about that when we get back and how do you take advantage of it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com,
We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, the market is setting up for a crash. Few people believe that. They think the market's never going to come down again. They believe that 7 tech stocks, can hold up 5,000 stocks of public companies called the Wilshire. That 7 companies can hold these stocks up forever. But remember, what's holding them up is the liquidity, the money printing that was $2.1 trillion. They printed $2.1 trillion in 2008, 2009. And from 2008, 2009 up to November 2022, it was that $2.1 trillion that moved the market up. The S&P up 575% and the NASDAQ up 1,200%. That's what moved it up. Not earnings, not profits, not songs. That's what moved it up. Now, all markets are created called bubbles. Who creates the bubbles? The people who control the stock market. Who's that? They're the very, very wealthy, the 1/100 of 1 percentile. Not to be confused with the 1 percentile. So the only way they make money, and they figured that out, was when they did their first bubble in the dot-com. Now they make money on the way up in the bubble. Pure liquidity pushes the market up. They don't need profits. They don't need earnings. I mean, look, you take those NASDAQ 100s or the S&P, you take the stocks of the NASDAQ 100, take the 7 stocks, do you know that 60% have negative earnings? So you got stocks, 7 stocks holding up 5,000 stocks that have negative earnings. Isn't that amazing how it works? But that's okay, because it's that liquidity that pushes the stocks up. See, this is what destroyed this country, is nobody cares about productivity anymore. No one cares about top-line sales. Nobody cares anymore about making a better product than the competitor, so I can price my product less and my product has more quality. That's why when you have a vibrant market and your prices are coming down because you're competitive and you're really producing like crazy, production is up, prices come down. In that instance, you got a real vibrant market. That's great stuff. That's a great economy. We don't have that. Remember, all we did was push the stocks up, and they went to the tech stocks because they're growth stocks, so you don't need earnings. They have to have value stocks. And that's all they've been doing. But now the problem's here. The same thing that happened in 1929 is happening now. And the same thing that happened, I think it was 1990, if I'm right. Okay, that the lost, they call the lost era. Remember, during those 2 crashes, they could not. The 1930s and the 1990s. Okay, that's right. 1930s, that was the Great Depression. The 1990s, that was the lost decade. Now, what they couldn't do during the 30s and the 90s is do what they did between 2008 and November 2022. They couldn't do QE. They couldn't do QE. Because again, when you have pricing coming down because of lack of productivity, because consumers lack money, they're hurting, and the consumers that have money hold off buying because prices keep dropping. In that situation, you can't do QE. See, that's why they don't want to admit today, and they didn't want to admit on January 12th, that we have deflation, we can't do QE, and why we're getting closer to a crash. Now, think about it. If you go and look at the dollar, I showed you this before, if you go look at the dollar on April 26th up to, let's say, July 6th, the dollar was going up, and that was helping inflation to fight it. Because when the dollar goes up, yields go up, the dollar goes up, and guess what? Commodity prices go down. So things are cheaper. That helps fight inflation. But it couldn't hold long. It couldn't hold long. It was all artificial. So on July 6th, the dollar started to go back down again, and that's where it is today. And the dollar's going down. And as the dollar's going down, inflation's going up, prices are going up. And just think about the nerve to tell us from July 5th to the date of the CPI, July 12th, they came out and said, wow, look at this. CPI is great. Look at what they're doing here. Wow, prices are coming down. Inflation is cooling off. When at the same time, from July 5th to July 12th, inflation was going up. But they're telling us inflation was going down. And they were scared to death to tell us the truth, that it was deflation. Deflation. Because deflation, they can't do QE. Once you get to the point of deflation, you're really screwed. You can't do QE. So they came up with a false narrative. They came up with a false narrative. And here we are today. The dollar's still going down. That means commodities are still going up. And productivity today is the worst that we've had since, what was it? I forgot. It was since 2020. 2020. Now, what's that tell you? Well, if the productivity is that bad, that confirms deflation. That confirms why prices are coming down. Not because of cooling inflation, but the economy's getting worse, called deflation. And boy, do you suffer from deflation. Deflation's the worst. First of all, you have falling prices due to lack of productivity, not due to cooling inflation. What a lie that was. Falling prices mean you have falling revenues. That means production is falling. That means prices are falling. That means companies laying off employees. In fact, go look at China. They're admitting they're in deflation. And their layoffs are up to 21%. Oh, but we're not. Losses causes consumers to lose confidence. Decreases consumer spending. But the big problem, as I said, those with money, they stop consuming because they're going to wait for prices to go even lower. Now, banks keep raising interest rates to discourage borrowing. That means more defaults. This is where we are today. But everybody thinks everything is just fine. Now, it doesn't mean you don't, like my members, I've been saying to them for months now, let's stay with our Apple, let's stay with our Microsoft, let's stay with Meta, let's stay with NVIDIA and Amazon until they don't work anymore. Now, I'm the first one to tell you we're going to have the biggest crash ever. I'm the one to tell you we got deflation. Everybody else is lying about it. And when you got deflation, you're really screwed. Deflation's the worst. It is the worst, not just because of layoffs, because you can't stimulate the economy. I mean, think about that. That tool is gone. You can't stimulate the economy. And I think that's good that you can't stimulate the economy, because what is stimulus overall? Stimulus is nothing more than an economy you're putting on life support. And that's what we did from 2008, 2009 to November 2022. That's why we had that 38% crash in the big tech stocks. Not only did we short all these techs, we shorted Microsoft, Apple, Meta, and NVIDIA. That's part of our portfolio. Then we turned around and we bought them when nobody else was buying it. They're too scared to buy it. Join our gang, and we'll show you how to do that. And you can follow us with gold. Watch what gold does now.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Good afternoon, America. Now, listen, this is Steve here at philsgang.com, and I just, sometimes you want to go out and you want to hand your money to a stockbroker and say, hey, can you invest my money for me? Because I don't have time to, take care of this. I don't really know what I'm doing. And, of course, the broker is going to be like, sure, I'll take care of that for you, no problem. And that's great, right? Because it gives you like a bit of freedom and some luxury in your life. However, what happens is they take your account, they shuffle it down under a pile of about 500 people, and then the stock market goes into a crash. And guess what? Your account, your broker who was going to help you, has you at the bottom of that pile, and now they're not going to help you until the market has finally crashed and you've lost almost half of everything that you've worked so hard to gain. If you want to find out how to do that on your own and not deal with the stockbrokers, philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com. Give us a call at 877-600-4264. We'll see you on the charts. Back to you, Phil.
All right. Thank you, Steve. That's good advice. Everyone believes they need a stockbroker. Do you need someone to drive for you? Do you need someone to take a bath for you? To fix a bike? No, all the things we do are on our own. We figure it out. Well, today, with today's technology, you can buy stocks and sell stocks short. See, that's the key. The problem with the brokers aren't bad people. They're good people. They provide a service. But the industry screws them just like they screw you, because the industry won't let them allow you to short. So when the stock market goes down, you sit there and call him, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And he'll give you all kinds of crazy, well, come on in and we'll take your portfolio and we'll readjust it, more bonds instead of none of it. There's no place to hide when the market goes down. They'll say, well, go into Coca-Cola and Philip Morris and go into Clorox. People always need that stuff. No, they go down too. Everything goes down. There's no place to hide. But see, they don't make money. The industry doesn't make money if you short, because now you're getting on their side of the desk. They only want you to have the other side of the desk where they control you. They only want you to buy, 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 buy. It's all you ever hear, buy, buy, buy. When are they going to say sell? I mean, think, you're in a stock at 60, and now it's at 180. Now you think, oh my God, this stock's dropping. Oh my God, this stock's going to go down. So what do? You simply get out. And then the broker tells you, okay, either one or two things. Don't get out. As it goes down, we're going to buy more of it. We're going to cost average it down. Wait a minute. The stock is going down, the trend's going down, and you're going to average it down? Anyone gives you that advice is nuts. So your stock's coming down and you're getting into a deeper and deeper. You only buy on dips if the trend is up. If you have a stock from 60, now it's at 80 and it comes back a little bit, buy on a dip. Then it goes up again, pulls back a little, buy on a dip. You do that on uptrends, but you never do that on downtrends. Downtrends, you just sell short. But see, it's not the broker's fault, it's the industry fault. They don't want to give them the freedom. They don't want them to give you the freedom of shorting because they can't make the big bucks. So everybody falls in that trap. And why 85% of you lose money. And with today's technology, buying and selling, especially our Pro 2 color-coded chart, my God, the chart turns green to buy, turns red to sell to short. And if you're in a stock and it's green, it'll warn you if money's coming out. It'll turn yellow. If you're shorting and all of a sudden money's coming in, it'll turn green and yellow and warn you. How good is that? So you don't care what the economy is doing. You break free of the economy. But in the meantime, you're listening to everything the fake business news network tells you. I mean, It's crazy. Listen to this.
I think our economy is going to accelerate.
Is it going to accelerate fast enough, Larry, to start paying more to generate more revenue? Because our interest payments are going to soon be the largest single component of the budget. So it's great to be positive on the country, but there are plenty of issues, including that one.
David, I totally agree. You know, our deficits are out of control.
And then,
obviously, the market is clearly quite exuberant about the economy, and the optimism is, in our view, misplaced.
You think we hit new highs this year?
Yes.
All-time highs in the S&P.
Yeah, I think we'll be well above the prior highs.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Everybody has an opinion. One guy says, yes, going to be new highs. The other guy says, no, I don't think so. If you ever listen to these financial shows, they're all over the place. You free yourself of that. All you want to know is money going to go into a stock? If it does, it will turn green. It will turn green. You buy. And remember, everything, when you have your color-coded chart, the algorithms, you have everything. When that thing says to buy, it's already figured in. Your MACD, relative strength, momentum, it's already figured in. You don't have to have different charts, different reports. It's already in a bundle. So it turns green. You don't have to worry about the MACD. You don't have to worry about relative strength. You don't have to worry about volume. You don't have to worry about any of that. It says buy. You buy. But the key is short. Here, give you an example. The other thing is, like when we bought, for example, I'll give you the average. When tech stocks dropped, they dropped down about 38%. Remember that when they had that big drop? We went in and started to buy those stocks right after they dropped. We were just waiting for our color-coded chart to turn green. That's all. So Microsoft, okay, give you a good example. When Microsoft stopped collapsing, and we saw it base out, it started to turn green. Started turning green around January 20th of 2023. So we bought it. We're still in it today. Same thing. So if you take our tech stocks were up about an average of about 50% in our tech stocks. We're up an average, and then we took money for those when we saw the travel stocks were a real bargain. Nobody was buying them. So we started to take some money, bought the travel stocks, up 30%. Then we took money from those and shifted over to oil. We're up to 10 to 20%. Then we took money from that and now shifted to gold. We're up about 5 to 10% in those. So you got to not only learn how to sell short, but learn how to shift your money. So you're always going after the stocks that are beaten down nobody wants. And what you're looking for is the 50% rule. See what I'm saying? So if a stock drops from $100 down to $25 or $50, you know the stock's going to go to at least 75. It's going to at least go to 75 because everybody who shorted it from 100 down to 50, they have to buy it. So it's going to go up at least 50%. So now what moves it up 50% are the people who are covered in their short positions, who are taking profits, and then you got all the tourists coming in, don't know what they're doing. They see it going up, and they jump in. So that first 50% is so easy to capture that. So you always try to buy your stock. After it drops, your stock drops, your group stocks, whether it's gold or tech or semis or whatever it is. When you have a crash, you go back into that group and start buying it, figure out where 50% is, and it's always going to go up to that 50% group. And we're right there to help you. But then here's the best thing. When everybody right now is so enthusiastic, just like in 2009, 2008, just like in the dot-com, this is just like where we were back then. The enthusiasm is unbelievable. Tourists are buying stocks like crazy. I've never seen so much leverage. Never seen so much leverage. That's when you know it's over. So you should learn now how to sell short. So when the market starts crashing, which it's going to, whether it's October, November, but it's going to, should you be in a position you can just make as much money or more when it's going down? Why do you always stay in the market when it's going down and suffer? Keep calling your broker. What should I do? What should I do? What should you do? It's easy. If your stock has been going up, now it's going down, just switch your position. We'll show you how to do it. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Also, go to my YouTube and Instagram.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.